All right, welcome back to the channel, Cyborg Pirate and cyborgpirate.com. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram at cyborg_pirate. So here we are once again with a boat not in the water. Still waiting on the throttle cables. It's now the weekend, so I apologize. We were supposed to be in the water by now, and so some of the videos are starting to run out, and that's why some of this ad-lib stuff is coming in. So what I'm going to do is continue to work on the safety campaign for divers and boaters and anyone who uses the water, especially around Lake Pleasant. But also, I am going to take the time to continue to talk about amenities that Cyborg Pirate and Diver Down offer that the other dive charters out there are not offering or can't offer. So today we're going to talk about the add-on of a Deco bar. Now, it's a Deco / hang bar, and I'm gonna apologize. I will show you some pictures of ours. I will not be able to show you of it in use because, again, the boat's not in the water and the hang bar is 20 feet below the surface. So haven't been able to do that. The crew hasn't been able to get out and get in the water and be my actors / models for the hang bar. And so therefore I'm gonna have to show you pictures that I have taken off the internet. So but those will come, give you an idea what I'm talking about. So but first let's talk about what the Deco hang bar is and why it's an add-on and what it can be used for. And so the first thing is obviously being a technical diver myself, and most of the crew being technical divers, and obviously most of my dive buddies are technical divers. So this is something that appeals to us in the fact that how many times have you been on a ascent or descent line and you've got divers that are coming down to the dive site, whether that be on and I'll use the Yukon for example in San Diego. You're on the Yukon and you've got divers that are on a dive boat. You've got 22 divers. You've got some guys that go in early and are on their way back up when other divers are just getting into the water, or you've got an entire group of divers that go down while there's an instructor who is teaching, and by the time that his class gets in the water, they're on their way down when people are on the way up. So you got a lot of people passing each other, and you've got people that are at their 20-foot stop, or they've actually got deco that they need to do as and they're starting to bunch up on the line. And the 20-foot stop is usually the biggest bunch up of people. It doesn't matter if you're a rebreather, if you're open circuit. That is where everybody spends most of their deco time, is at the 20-foot stop, 30-foot stop as well, etc. And so you've got a group of people anywhere from 3 to 12 hanging out at a 20-foot stop, all trying to be close to the deco line or the ascent line and maintain their stops. You've got divers of different levels that are trying to do it. You've got rebreathers that are firing O2, and they're having to manage that in such shallow depths of 20 foot that it becomes a little difficult. And when you're there for an hour or so, it gets a little tiresome dealing with that. So what we have done is we have added a deco bar or / hang bar to the boat. Now it's a 10-foot long bar, and it'll hang 20 feet below the boat, and that obviously is raised up, put down when we're out at the dive site. And what it's for is to kind of spread some of those divers out. Hey, it's a 10-foot long bar. You can put a lot of divers on that aren't all bunched up and they're hanging there at the 20-foot mark, just being able to get their safety stop in, be off the ascent and descent line where they've got other divers coming through it, and they're not all cram packed in there trying to hold on to the same spot at 20 feet. So that's what that's for. An additional add-on for technical divers, those divers that are certified with advanced nitrox, and yes, certs will be confirmed before this is placed on there, but there is the ability to have an aluminum 80 clipped off to that bar, and we do not provide the regulator for that. That is going to be up to the whoever purchases that add-on and confirms that all the divers are eligible for it. And it's also not designed to be used part of your dive plan. Now that is going to be an emergency use only. So you'll need to provide the regulator and the second stages and place it on there, and then it will it'll hang at 20 feet and can be used in case there's a loss of gas or a miscalculation of gas or a contingency that O2 is needed. And sorry, I just watched a collision happen in the parking lot just right over there. Basically that's going to be for that, and that's an additional add-on, you know, for $20, and which covers the cost of the effort putting the Deco bar in, and O2 if you use it. So again, not part of the dive plan. Where it's really going to shine as well is for instructors. So if you are an instructor who has paid to come out on the boat and you've got students with you and you are teaching them and being able to have a place for them to, I'm talking recreational instructors at the exact moment, we're in shallower water, you've got a spot at 20 feet, you can put your students and work with an individual student, whatever else, and it helps them work with their buoyancy. They're able to stay there in one location, and it's easier to keep track of them when you're in the open water. Let's face it, the lake is not always the best visibility, so it's nice to know that they are right there and they're not going anywhere. They're also not blowing up the bottom. That's probably at about 25 to 30 feet where you can't see them. So it's just kind of one of those niceties to add. As far as technical divers and instructors, again, same thing. Now you've got an additional safety net with the contingency plan of having an O2 cylinder there, that you've got divers that are working on exchanging bottles back and forth, and, you know, as far as their Deco bottles. And so there's that possibility that one of them gets dropped, and now you've got another new student who doesn't want to share their O2, which is understandable because they weren't really set up for that, nor have they really trained for that. They're just still working on getting the advanced nitrox certification. So I hate to keep rambling on, but that is what the Deco bar is there for. It's great for instructors for a multitude of reasons, and probably reasons that we haven't even thought of yet that will come about. And ours has already been designed, it's already been set up, it's just not in the water yet. But again, we are planning on a launch this week, so stay tuned for those. We do have more videos coming once the boat is in the water, but we're also going to continue to do videos like this where I'm probably in my office of the truck. That's where I get away from my 4-year-old. So love her to death, but man, she can interrupt you. So, but I'll do videos that I'm going to talk about and express about all these add-ons, items that we have for sale, things like that, stuff that just kind of gear people up and get them ready to come out on Diver Down. So check out the pictures that we have here. I'll probably do some ad-libbing, or at least put some text on the photos so that you can actually see what I'm talking about. Again, I'm going to take some off the internet. I'll show you a photo or two of ours, and it's just not in the water with divers on it. And then, of course, if you have any questions, you can always shoot us an email at cyborgpirate5@gmail.com. Check out our website at cyborgpirate.com, and you can get a lot of this information there. But looking forward to seeing all of you. Cyborg out. All right, so here's our aluminum 80 that we will be using on our Deco hang bar. As you can see, it is set up for oxygen with the 20-foot mark on it, indicator, and it's set up to clip off, and also has the bungees to retain the regulator that you provide without it just hanging and dangling there and getting snagged or caught on anything or free flowing. So again, one of our additional add-ons. This is our O2 cylinder, and we'll continue with more.